Can you open the door? Open the door when I tell you!
What's up, guys? It's Benny. We follow trends very closely on this channel, and the hottest trend among psychotic, left-wing, childless, alcoholic boomer ladies is to flee America. I fully embrace that trend and will promote it as much as humanly possible. A lot of very sad, childless, miserable, addicted to SSRIs and box of wine, washed up, beat up, C-list, D-list, non-celebrities have flown the coop, you might say. The hens are clucking off to far distant lands, but very white lands. Just a reminder, they're only going to majority white countries. Very strange that. Why no love for Africa? What about Haiti's like right there? Why not go to Haiti? You could just go enjoy Haiti. Haiti's great already, right? None of the America Ferrera, Barbara Streisand, Ellen DeGeneres, Cher, Rosie O'Donnell, Ava Longoria, Sharon Stone, they're gone. They're all gone. Wow. So sad. So strange. None of them went to Haiti. None of them went to Africa. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's their decision. And now we can add another one to the pile. Kamala Harris has fled the country. Kamala Harris has fled the country after one single, very embarrassing appearance after the election that was widely mocked and ridiculed here stateside. She's gone to Australia. Let's go ahead and read, shall we? I was at the real estate conference when Kamala Harris spoke. I had just one question. What the hell was she talking about? Was she drunk? Was she high? Kamala Harris spoke to the Gold Coast Conference. Not sure why the 4,000 real estate professionals in Australia would need to hear Kamala Harris's nonsensical monologue. But, well, we're very sorry that we've had to export this to Australia. I thought tariffs would have shut down an export like this. Maybe this would be the one free trade I'd be 100% in favor of. Would be this trade. You can just keep her. We don't need anything in return. In fact, any country that keeps Kamala Harris, no tariffs. That should be the rule. Kamala Harris had an audience baffled as she laughed and cackled and talked about the Playboy Mansion. Former vice president launched into confusing word salad after being asked about the importance of humility. Her bizarre comments were made on Sunday during question and answer session for the Australia Real Estate Conference, where she shared funny stories about her mother. Quote unquote funny. Harris sat on stage with the real estate industry veteran John McGrath for over an hour and recalled that her mother was a very focused woman on reproductive health, included sharing her thoughts on fibroids and hormones. That's exactly what you want to hear at a real estate conference. Exactly what you want to hear. This is the kind of stuff that sells houses. She said, my mother was actually very funny because she would say, you look at the cover of Playboy magazine. Let me tell you, the reason people are looking at these things, understand what they were developed for, the perpetuation of the human species. She was very practical that way. Okay. As Harris began laughing, McGrath responded, a great lady, before immediately shifting to another question. Video of the exchange in Australia emerged on social media. The attendees of the conference recorded and shared it. Harris was spotted at a ritzy Banthers Pavilion restaurant in Sydney over the weekend. Meals there cost between $1,000 and $1,500 per plate. Harris also spoke at length about issues important to her. She launched into a lengthy word salad about humility. Yes, because that's what Kamala Harris is known for, her humility. She spent $1 billion in handouts to all of her celebrity friends. I mean, I guess they're your friends if you pay them enough. This just the classic humble kind of stuff, like classic humility, like Joe Biden has terminal cancer and you're going to keep running him for president. so that when nature takes its course, you can become president without anyone voting for you because no one would effing ever vote for you, right? That's the kind of humility that Kamala practices. If one understands that, there's so much that is magnificent and awe-inspiring about the world and its people. My God. Okay. Let's go to a couple clips here.
I don't hear no. I eat no for breakfast. I don't hear no until maybe the 10th time.
Is this like advice that she's giving in the Me Too era? Like, is this the advice she gives to Harvey Weinstein? Begs the question. If you don't hear no, did you hear no on November the 5th of 2024? Just asking. Let's continue.
I cannot tell you the many times that it has been explicitly or implicitly said to me, it's not your time. You're not ready. They're not ready.
It's not time.
Nobody like you has done this. And then when I love, oh, it's going to be a lot of hard work. Don't you listen.
You're gonna start like doing the whole Hillary Clinton thing and saying that you're president, right? You're gonna do the whole like SSRI, like delusional box of wine thing and start telling people you're president, won't you?
Hey, you look at, we're in the store or whatever. You look at the cover of Playboy magazine. Let me just tell you, the reason that people are looking at these things, understand why they were developed. For the perpetuation of the human species.
Oh, got it. Great. So if you're trying to perpetuate the human species, why don't you have any children? Could be your cuck husband here. They're the literal poster boy for low testosterone, Doug Emhoff, joining Kamala in Australia. Not quite sure what else she was saying. Let's go ahead and have a listen. I have one more clip here, okay? Because this wasn't supposed to be released, but people recorded it, and we're so glad.
I think your best work is ahead of you for sure, 100%.
I am unemployed right now.
There's that famous humility. Yeah, good.
No one must speak truth.
Oh, how humiliating. Oh, how utterly awkward. Kamala Harris, just pretty. I mean, you don't feel bad for these people because I'm not capable of feeling bad for them, right? But it's just been a total embarrassment. Look at this. Here she is walking, just like she did at the Lakers game in LA when nobody cared to take a photo of her. Watch this. Here's Kamala Harris walking through an airport. There's a whole line of people there right there. And Kamala Harris is having to walk through. I mean, she's obviously not going to, she has a security detail. And typically that happens after 6 months to 12 months after they leave office. They still have the security detail. Eventually the security detail goes away. Vice presidents don't get security detail for life. Unless you're Joe Biden. They're going to, he's the Manchurian candidate to rig the election against Trump. Notice how nobody stops to take a selfie with her. Nobody even cares. Everyone has their back to her. Totally embarrassing. Here she is, spotted dining in a very, very fancy restaurant. Here's the restaurant she was dining at. Again, thousands of dollars per seating. Kamala Harris, man of the people, right? Doug Emhoff's sharing just great snaps here. Look at, you always tell we're who's the alpha in this relationship, right? You always tell, look at the hands. Wow, what a beautiful photo, Doug. Really. Doug Emhoff or Barack Obama, who's better at posting photos of their battle axe wives? Kamala Harris, this is the only time really she's been on camera since losing to Trump in a landslide.
And I was just telling somebody recently who didn't know, we performed Free to Be You and Me. When I sang about my friend William, who was 5 years old and wanted a doll to hug and hold. I could sing the whole thing.
I think you should sing some now.
We dodged a bullet. Trump dodged a literal bullet. We all dodged the metaphorical bullet here in Kamala Harris. Just a reminder, instead of getting world peace and a roaring economy, we'd be getting this.
There is this wonderful word that has a great meaning, and it's called hypothesis, which means that you have an idea, and then it is well accepted, it will be tested, and then you will learn whether it was correct or not, but there will be no pride associated with the hypothesis, because after all, it was a hypothesis.
Right.
And then you will reconvene and then create a new hypothesis.
Right.
Kamala Harris does she need to wear a helmet when she goes out in public?
I might ask, you've been in the White
We're on
House for
CNN.
4 years. You were vice president, not the president. But why wasn't any of that done
didn't you do
for the last 4
things?
years?
Why didn't you do things?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
Okay. Again, I find it particularly wild that Kamala Harris is there in Australia lecturing a bunch of realtors about procreation when she has no children. Plenty going on for Kamala Harris in the whole relationship game, but no kids. Interesting. Here's Kamala Harris describing how she gets in the mood.
Okay.
It's being delivered
And so
tomorrow.
just little, 1 minute out. I have 1 minute.
Yeah.
Kosher salt, fresh ground pepper. Maybe chop up a little thyme. And then you can mix it even with, okay, so do the salt and pepper all over it, just lather that baby up, right? With on the outside in
her
the
routine.
cavity.
Her
You
routine
could
with
also
Willie
chop
Brown.
up- on the outside in the cavity. You could
Ouch.
also chop up, but not with the thyme, just the salt and pepper. Mix that up also with some thyme. You could even do a little rosemary if you want. Under the skin with some butter before you're gonna cook it. So that butter will just melt in there. And then get a nice big bottle of cheap white wine to baste with butter. Yes, hi.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe the only time that you could say that Kamala Harris was based. So sorry, Australia. You can keep her, please. You can end the tariff war now, Australia. Just keep Kamala. It's your boy Benny. If you want Kamala Harris to stay in Australia, to maybe become a realtor, like, share, and subscribe to this channel.